Hello, everybody. This is my first time attempting a voiceover for some of these Pokemon Go PvP battles. I do not know what to say exactly. It's just something that's entertained me a lot recently, and I've been getting a lot more involved in the PvP community. So I decided it was eventually time to attempt a voiceover for some of these battles, as I hopefully attempt to make them better and better quality. Uh, um, the more I get involved with the Pokemon Go community in general, um, I think it's just going to be natural that I have to make better quality things to help support the community and get the word out on a lot of the stuff that I've been involved with recently. The biggest of which is a Discord that has been very helpful for me for PvP recently, called the Pokemon Go PvP. I'll actually link the Discord in the description. It's a very, very good Discord. It was everything that I wanted for PvP and more. The only downside to it is that since it's online, you have to gain friendship with the people in your lobbies that you will join, and that takes a little bit of time, and obviously that's not ideal when you want to do battles right away, but in the long run, it'll for sure give you a fix if you're trying to battle more often. The Sylph Leagues that have been going on recently have been actually really entertaining, and the Pokemon Go PvP Discord has also given us an opportunity to do these types of themed cups, not only just my local cups. And currently, what we're watching is just some freestyle practice with one of my local friends. I think the previous video that I uploaded was with one of my buddies that I've met through my lobby, that we did some Twilight practicing with. So, I will have a little bit of a mix of my online PvP battles and more of my local cups that I will do. Yeah, so this is pretty much just a rough introduction. It's a lot of fun. I highly suggest at least checking out the Discord, because they have a lot of valuable information for PvP in general. They do specific data, or they gave specific data for all the different types of cups that they do throughout the month. Right now, they got Kingdom Cup discussion. They took down Tempest since Tempest just ended. And then they have Great League, Ultra, Master. The more highly focused areas are the Sylph Leagues and just general Great League. But right now, we are just watching a little bit, or some of the battles that I did with, like I said, my local buddy that we just became ultra friends not too long ago, so we're actually able to practice. One of the big things about joining a lobby in the PvP Discord is that they're more generally focused on Great League battles, just freestyle battles, instead of the Sylph Cups, which I like more. I like the Sylph League ones, but the one thing that I've discussed with other people in my lobby and other people in person is that they're a little bit limited. They actually become limited quite quickly, because we kind of see the same general good Pokemon of those certain typings end up being more dominant in the end, and then there's a handful of niche spots that are filled by Pokemon that wouldn't usually get a lot of recognition. But the thing is those niche spots are super limited, as we see more of the hard-hitting, more meta Pokemon of the Great League fill the other slots. And it just ends up kind of becoming more of a triangle format, where you see like 4 Pokemon that have to be brought no matter what, and then your 2 niche picks that will fall out of, S tier or A tier of regular Great League. So I do like the freestyles more. The lobbies that you can join in the PvP Discord are more generally focused on doing these. So this was actually a good session that I had to practice with a couple of the options that I wanted to use in this upcoming freestyle league. The biggest thing that I recognize is obviously Deoxys defense just came out, so it's more than likely anybody in our lobby who is capable of getting one would more likely use one, because as I had discussed with one of my buddies, is if I had a Deoxys defense, it would have for sure been on my freestyle team. So anybody who else is in our lobby would more than likely bring a Deoxys defense. So I had to kind of explore a few options of some other mon that I could use to counter it that would also be good in the freestyle meta. But the thing is our meta isn't necessarily 100% what the general meta is for Great League. Our lobby, or each lobby that you participate in, well, okay, you only participate in one lobby, but whatever lobby you participate in is only a maximum of 20 people per lobby. And currently, our lobbies are looking, our top mon that are being used from our previous freestyle matches, we had Azumarill was the most heavily used mon, and after looking at all the simulations, Azumarill literally has the strongest matchup against all of the Pokemon that would be considered S tier or A tier. It's just got super good coverage. It's incredibly bulky. Its charge moves are super fast, and even its counters, Ice Beam hits most of its counters for neutral or super effective damage. And then the biggest thing about Azumarill is that any of its counters, whether it be Grassmon or Electricmon, the Electricmon just get destroyed by pretty much everything else that would be considered A or S or A tier. And Altaria and Skarmory are huge dominating factors, also what I would consider in the S tier of Great League. And they counter all the grass types that would, be good coverage against Azumarill, who already has the good coverage because of Ice Beam. So it only makes sense that we see Azumarill just being so dominant. I think in general in Great League, and especially in our lobby, it was our number 1 pick. Then in second would be Altaria. Although I think that Altaria is kind of slowly falling out of favor, just because people are a little bit more prepared for it, and it's got more weakness. Like the ice weakness is pretty bad. Anything electric or anything rock, especially now Bastiodon is being put into the meta. Then we got Skarmory sitting at 6. Medicham is becoming a huge force. And then this is where we kind of see it. Our lobby is straying away from the general meta, and currently we got Whiscash. 4 teams using Whiscash, 3 teams using Tropius, 3 teams using Melmetal, 2 using Fortress, 2 using Steelix, and 2 using Charizard. There's a lot of other Pokemon that had about 2 of these mons per team. Not on the same team, but 2 of these mons being used on separate teams. But I just chose the top 3 by coverage against the mon that are already in the top. So I'd say our meta is pretty good. It's generally what we see in the Great League. But my biggest concern was Deoxys for sure, and Cresselia. So I decided to use Hypno and Sableye to try to counter those. My previous team was Skarmory, Altaria, Whiscash, Melmetal, Medicham, and Lantern. My biggest regret was not having Azumarill on my team, so I dropped my Lantern and brought back Azumarill. I dropped Melmetal and Wishcash and brought Hypno and Sableye. And as we can see in these battles, Hypno does a lot of damage, and it is a hard counter for Medicham, which is becoming more and more popular, and definitely needs a check. As we can even see in this battle, if Medicham comes out with any type of shield coverage and gets the focus punches up, it's going to just completely annihilate anybody's team. Of course, hard check for it is Azumarill, but Azumarill is not unbeatable at the same time. But I wanted to keep this first one short. I'm sorry it's a little bit rough. Hopefully the next few that I record will be a little bit better quality. Maybe I'll come up with like a focus point in talking about the battles specifically. But I don't know. Yeah, I guess we'll see with any of the responses I get. But thank you for watching, and expect some more here in the near future.